We going up, man. Going up. Shall we go up? Shall we go up? Mic check. Can y'all hear me good? Happy New Moon Day. Can you hear me good? Mic check. Can you hear me good? This going to be fire. This going to be blazing. Everybody hit the like button. Like Brother Adam said, hit the like button. Hit the like. Shout out to Brother Larry coming in with that super, getting it started. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Y'all got me? Because it's going to be hot. Once I get my mic check, it's on and popping. All right, everybody say I'm loud and clear. Thank you for the mic check. Happy New Moon Day. Hey, this is the 13th new moon of the year. And that throws a curveball in many people's brain. They're like, 13th? I look at this Gregorian calendar all the time. I see 12 months. See, you're getting tricked. See, the Gregorian calendar is a Satan piece. Shaitan. He done pulled the okie doke on so many people. It's crazy. Look, they say there's 4 weeks in a month. Then they say there's 52 weeks in a year. All right, let's take a calculator out. Let's go 52 and let's divide it by what? 4. We get 13. It's 13. All right, so they play games with 28, 29, 30, and 31 days. Then they play games with the leap year. They do all that crazy stuff. But you see, those of us that are in YAHUAH that called on his name, we repented and we called on YAHUAH. He then shined his light. Shout out to Brother Daniel Bakote in here doing some Malakuta di YAHUAH Ananim. That is Kingdom of YAHUAH business, just in case y'all want to know what that means in Hebrew, Abari. So, once we called on YAHUAH, everything, a light gets shined on everything. YAHUAH starts taking this magnifying glass and he starts examining us and having us examine ourselves. And then we quit guessing. And then we know exactly what he wants us to do. Now, he wants us to worship him in spirit and in truth, not in false. Now, if you don't have the real word of YAHUAH, it's a fact you're going to be misled and you're going to get thrown into the lake of fire if these scriptures are correct. You better pray for those of you that are on the outside looking in going, yeah. Y'all, hey, if you don't pray, you better do some kind of praying and you better pray and hope that the scriptures ain't correct. And then guess what you just did? Wasted time. It's too much documentation. It's too much history that is validated in the scriptures. But if you get the wrong scriptures and you don't go line it up with history, you're going to get lost. And you got to understand who's doing this. Like YAHUAH threw Satan to the earth. Out of all the places in the world he could throw Satan, he threw him to the earth. Then what did he do? He created us and sent us to the earth. And if you go on our YouTube channel and you watch the video I did called The 3 W's in Heaven, you'll understand why you were created. And you'll understand what's going on with Satan and us and why he hates us. We took the place of that W called the worshiper. That's why every one of you, me, us, we love some type of music. Everybody here loves some type of music. Everybody loves some type of music. There's nobody on planet Earth, or on Earth, I should say, that does not love some type of music. And it's unexplainable until you study the real scriptures. Then you understand. that Satan was in charge of the music in the heavens. And why? Because YAHUAH, the Most High, right here, this name right here, this name, he loves music. Like it's one of his favorite things ever. And it's inside of our DNA, and we just can't figure out until we submit to YAHUAH and go, you know what? That is amazing that everybody in the world loves some type of music. Don't everybody in the world love hamburgers? A lot. Don't everybody in the world like fish? Love fish? A lot do. Not everybody in the world likes, the color blue is their favorite color. No. Some love red. Some love. I'm telling you that this one common denominator is music is in all of us. And that's why Satan spends so much time attacking the music industry, because he knows that YAHUAH loves music and he wants it to esteem him. So we, while we're doing the greatest project since he came to earth, you see on the screen, you see right there, it says tsinfo.org. If that's not a major priority for you on a day-to-day basis, your mind should be thinking about it. It ain't that you do something every day. Some people, they almost do. They do a little something. But it's on. It's on. When you go over to tsinfo.org and you contribute to the project, then you take your eyeballs and you watch Promote the Truth and what we're doing, and you go, oh man, I see it. Brother Joe. Let's get Brother Joe's reaction right now. Speaking of music, before I tear this subject up, the power of New Moon Day and the real calendar, I'm going to dial up something, and Brother Joe just might lose his mind. Because, see, we know how to get the real word from the real scriptures, and we know how to create real music that's uplifting, edifying, and praising to YAHUAH, and we know YAHUAH will be rocking to it. See, if your hands shaking like this and you clapping, you created in his image. So he's doing the same thing. Can y'all imagine YAHUAH being cool like that? He's cool like that. That stuff you see up in the Catholic Church that gets on your nerves, it gets on his nerves. It don't feel right to you. It's boring, and it bores him. He don't like that. It's what's in us that makes us excited, that bears witness. See, there's got to be something that bears witness. Now watch. Brother Larry, let's see what Brother Joe does, all right? Brother Joe said, Brother Jay, can you create a song called YAHUAH over everything? Did you, Brother Joe? Did you say, man, can you please create a song called YAHUAH over everything? All right, so the first thing I had to do, I had to get the beat right for that type of song. So once I got the beat dialed in, bumping, like YAHUAH wants it. He wants it rocking. He wants it where it's going to make you move somehow or another. All genres. YAHUAH loves all these genres. So we had to get this beat dialed in. Then I called up Brother Joe. I said, now, hold on. What genre would you want it in since you getting dedicated on this? Brother Joe said, man, I think this should be the rap. I think you should bring the rap with this one. I said, all right, we can handle that. So, Brother Joe, let's check out the beat first that I created, me and the team. And y'all tell me what y'all think. YAHUAH over everything beat. Turn your speakers up before we get ready to tear this New Moon Day subject up. This is going to be hot. You ready? Turn your speakers up. Let's see what Brother Joe thinks. Okay. Okay. Okay, Brother Joe, is the beat sufficient? Now put some fire emojis in the chat, some music emojis in the chat if the beat is. This is going to be YAHUAH over everything. Sister Rush says she about to run out of here. Is that beat hitting? YAHUAH over everything now. Dedicated to Brother Joe. He said, I want this one. So we got out, got the pen, got the paper together, got the beat straight, then we got the pen, got the pad out. How we going to make this rock with that beat? Brother Adams said his daughter stopped eating her lunch to dance. All right, hold on. Brother Joseph, I'm not playing. What do you say, Brother Joe? The chat is blown up. Hey, if y'all ain't on the live, the chat is going nuts. Hey, Brother Joseph, I'm not playing. I'm about to take off running down the street. This beat is fire. All right, here we go, Brother Joe. You ready? Now, everybody turn your speakers up. Let's see what we turn that into once we put the pen, the paper to it. Put the pen to the paper. What we come on with, Brother Joe? Let's go. You ready? Turn the speakers up. Let's get it.
It's always been the truth. We just gotta open our eyes. It's time to wake up. Yeah. Hey. YAHUAH over everything. Hey. YAHUAH over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Let's go. YAHUAH over everything. Hey. YAHUAH over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Okay, I'm standing on business. You know I'm being authentic. Time to speak the truth, even if many don't get it. Heard too many lies, for too long I listened. Deep down to the core, always felt something was missing. It was eating me up, I can no longer pretend. I'm sick of playing this game, it had to come to an end. Finally I heard a voice, I started making a change. I started yelling the name, and I was never the same. YAHUAH, an incredible feeling. Everything's so clear, no more distractions, and it's no more fear. I'm breaking out of the confines, yeah, I just had to elevate my mind. Everything's looking better and I shine, no denying that I know it's my time. Yeah, YAHUAH laid the path, I just had to follow suit. Wanna know if I'm speaking the real, I got the proof. Yes, I'm certain, yes, I'm confident, I'm absolute. Ain't no telling all the plans that he has for you. YAHUAH over everything. Hey. YAHUAH over everything, so you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Let's go. YAHUAH over everything. Hey, YAHUAH over everything, so you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Yeah. Nothing higher, nothing greater. Time for you to do it major. I just wanna elevate you, wanna see what you were made of. This world is very broken. YAHUAH brings protection. Don't fall for anything less. Don't you fall for that deception. The world will try to play you, but you cannot accept it. You yelling out YAHUAH, so unapologetic. There's nothing more important. I'm telling you the real. The connection is intense. Yeah, something that you feel. YAHUAH over lies. YAHUAH over diversions. YAHUAH brings the answers. I'm talking about a purpose. YAHUAH in the mind and keep them in the heart. Don't sit up on the sideline. It's time for you to start. Hey, we gon' win.
Brother Joe, talk to me. What do you think? What y'all think, man? Huh? What y'all think? YAHUAH over everything. What? Brother Joe. Hey, he said, I just want to know, did we do you some service, Brother Joe? I just want to know if we did Brother Joe some service, y'all. That's all I want to know. I want to know if we did Brother Joe some service. Because, man, how you do that? How does that happen? How can I just ask you a question? Look at Brother Joe said, YAHUAH over everything. This is officially my new favorite song. What you say, Brother Joe? All right, let me put it up on the screen. Brother Joe said, Yahuwah of everything. This is officially my new favorite song. Thanks, Brother Jay, for the dedication and for considering my idea. Love you, bro. I love you right back. How does this happen? You see, Adams and them bars are heavy. See, Yahuwah said, don't think about what you will say, because at that time you will be given what to say. That's how we do PTT music. We don't really have to think about it a lot. It just comes down like manna. Ask Lena. She see me, hey, she'll sit there and see me write. She go, babe, how you? I said, honey, I don't know other than it's got to be coming from the Ruach. These beats, these lyrics, it's crazy. Whoa! Y'all hear it one more time? Y'all want one more taste before we get into this lesson? Who want Yahuwah over everything? One more again. Man, hey, if you watching this on the replay, we have so much fun on the lives, but we way more of y'all watch on the replay because of all the time zones, and it stays evergreen. Thousands and thousands of people catch all these different replays. So shout out, we got about 3 million views on all these different videos. So we rocking over here. Yeah. Hey, PTT team. Lena, tell the team to make a t-shirt with that on. Yahuwah over everything. Promote the truth. Put it on there. All right. Lorena said, get a little taste. That's why I'm telling y'all, go over to tsinfo.org. This is part of y'all supporting that. So every time you hear a song come out, you go, hey, I'm part of that. I helped create that. Sister Queen said, yeah, one more again. Jermaine said, one more again. Lisa Austin said, one more again. Sister Emily said, let's put 5 on it. All right, turn your speakers up. Turn your speakers up. Let's get it. Come on. Yahuwah over everything.
Yeah.
Brother John, dedicate.
It's always been the truth. We just gotta open our eyes. It's time to wake up. Yeah. Hey.
Word.
Yahuwah over everything. Hey. Yahuwah over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Let's go. Yahuwah over everything. Hey. Yahuwah over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Okay, I'm standing on business. You know I'm being authentic. Time to speak the truth, even if many don't get it. Heard too many lies. For too long I listened. Deep down to the core, always felt something was missing. It was eating me up. I can no longer pretend. I'm sick of playing this game. It had to come to an end. Finally I heard a voice. I started making a change. I started yelling the name, and I was never the same. Yahuwah, an incredible feeling. Everything's so clear. No more distractions, and it's no more fear. I'm breaking out of the confines. Yeah, I just had to elevate my mind. Everything's looking better and I shine. No denying that I know it's my time. Yeah, Yahuwah laid the path. I just had to follow suit. Wanna know if I'm speaking the real? I got the proof. Yes, I'm certain. Yes, I'm confident. I'm absolute. Ain't no telling all the plans that he has for you. Yahuwah over everything. Hey, Yahuwah over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Let's go. Yahuwah over everything. Hey, Yahuwah over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Yeah. Nothing higher, nothing greater. Time for you to do it major. I just wanna elevate you, wanna see what you were made of. This world is very broken. Yahuwah brings protection. Don't fall for anything less. Don't you fall for that deception. The world will try to play you, but you cannot accept it. You yelling out Yahuwah, so unapologetic. There's nothing more important. I'm telling you the real. The connection is intense. Yeah, something that you feel. Yahuwah over lies. Yahuwah over diversions. Yahuwah brings the answers. I'm talking about a purpose. Yahuwah in the mind and keep them in the heart. Don't sit up on the sideline. It's time for you to start. Hey, we gon'
win. Hey, we gonna win. Y'all want that to get dropped? Who wants that to get dropped like ASAP? Woo! I think, Brother Joe, since we got so much fire going on the chat on that, I think we might have to release that in the next 3-4 days. I don't think it's going to take no more than 4 days for that one to get released based on this fire. Yeah, and Lena, tell the team, get the t-shirt up. I want to promote the truth, YAHUAH over everything, t-shirt, multiple colors, let's get it. Woo! Hey, Jason, don't give advice that you don't know. When you're doing kingdom business, people say, am I okay to contribute? Yes. Just like when Yahushua was sitting there at the YAHUAH, he was watching them come down, and they were doing what? They were putting their offerings, their tithes in the treasury box. So if you're doing if it's kingdom contributions, kingdom business, you're okay to do that all the time for YAHUAH. So y'all know. Everybody make sure. Don't try to teach so fast. Listen. All these people that are on here have been around here a long time. Long time. And that's why when you see people, they already know. When they've been covering this, they've been knowing what's going on. They ain't guessing. They ain't hoping. They ain't wishing. Now, let's get it in. We're going to fire it up. We're talking about the power of New Moon Day and the real calendar. Now, today is the first day, right? This is the 13th new moon. So this is the 13th new moon, the final. There's never more than 13 new moons, ever. It will either be 12 or 13. If you learn how to study the scriptures, this is academic. This is simple. Only if you have not studied to show yourself approval, you miss this. You're going to have 7 times in a 19-year period, you're going to have 13 new moons. It's going to happen 7 times every 19 years. And see, most people can't think. They're like, man, what in the world? What happened? When did it happen? How can you tell what, when, and how? See, there was a time it was straight up. That's why, like, when you hear people talking about the book of Enoch and the book of Joshua and all and Jubilees, they don't understand. You got to put all the scriptures together. Like, how come they don't say, for example, in let's just take this one. Why don't they bring up in the book of Joshua, chapter 10, verse 12 through 14? Then Yahushua spoke to YAHUAH in the day when YAHUAH gave the Amorim over to the children of Yisrael. And he said before all the people of Yisrael, sun, stand still over Gibon, and moon, stand still over the valley of Ayalan. And the sun stood still, and the moon stopped, until the nation avenged itself upon their enemies. Is this not written in the book of Yahshua? See, that's why you got to bring it up. So how come it was 360 all the time? Until YAHUAH did some stuff. He stopped the sun and the moon to allow them to do victories. Now, he's been known to do this twice. Yeshayahu and 2nd Malachi Kings, Yeshayahu, Isaiah 38, 7 and 8, and 2nd Malachi chapter 20, verse 8 through 11. You see? And Yeshayahu said, this is a sign from you. This is a sign for you from YAHUAH, that YAHUAH does this word which he has spoken. See, I am bringing the shadow on the sundial, which has gone down with the sun on the sundial, 10 degrees backward. Okay, precept upon precept, a little here, a little there. So see, if you don't know how to study the scriptures, see, that's why an emissary and prophets are needed from time to time to keep people on point with the scriptures, to point them to the correct scriptures. When YAHUAH did these couple events, it looks to us like it made it to where it went from a straight 360 days to all of a sudden it's moving 10 degrees. Now you got a different time of days. So that's why YAHUAH said in what? Bereshit, Genesis chapter 1, verses 14 through 18, I created the two great lights. See, if you go, oh, it's always been continuous, you a lie. Everybody tells you it's always been continuous is a lie. We just heard 2 times where YAHUAH, he stopped time or he turned it back. Can he do that? That's the question. Is YAHUAH allowed to do that? That's the question. Can YAHUAH do that? He says, I do what I wish. My ways are not your ways. Shout out to Sister Anna Yahu, Annette, in the building, giving out some memberships to support the channel. He said, my ways are not your ways. And I love that he did it. You want to know why? Because he said, this is how you're to tell time. Bereshit, Genesis chapter 1, 14 through 18. These two great lights, the sun and the moon, it has to be lunar and solar. It cannot be just lunar and it cannot be just solar. It has to be them working together. And being that YAHUAH did this, where he stopped some time and turned it back 10 degrees, if you don't know how to look at that moon and know how to pay attention to the sun when it makes its rotation, if you don't know how to pay attention to nature, if you don't know how to pay attention to his creation, then you are going to get lost. And Satan's going to have his way with you because you're not going to be able to tell how to keep the appointed times, which are commandments. He says you got to remember the 7th day. When is the 7th day? It's all in the scriptures. All the days are based on when does the new moon begin. That's where we get the word month. It's a month. And when YAHUAH did what he did, for whatever reason, the moon does its traveling, it does its thing now. It runs its course between 29, never less than 29 days, and never more than 30 days. So it used to be, we can find in scripture, it was 30, 30, 30. Well, if YAHUAH turns it back 10 degrees one time and he stops it another time, can that set it off and will make you have to pay attention to those two great lights? So if he set it off, how were they able to tell when the new moon was? Now, I'm going to prove to you how important this is. I'm going to prove to you how important this is to YAHUAH. How were they able to tell? They had a watch. So when it stopped, all right, it stopped. When it started back, they watched it. They didn't jump ahead. They didn't go, oh, well, we're just going to ignore that. And we're going to start the new moon on a regular 30-day cycle no matter what, even though we just seen that YAHUAH stopped it. We just recognize that he stopped it. Oh, we recognize that he turned it back on the sundial. So if we recognize it, how are we able to keep time? Well, he told us in Bereshit, these two great lights, pay attention to them. You getting this, Sister Denise? How many of y'all following along? So those two great events are important. So then people say, how do you know that there is a 13th month then? You got to know how to study to show yourself approved. Step up to the plate. You dealing with some real ones today. Everybody I know out there, I should say almost everybody, they guessing, they hoping, and they wishing. That's why tsinfo.org is critical, because we bring the receipts. We prove to you the scriptures. I'm getting ready to prove the scriptures to you. All right? And I'm going to prove the 13th month from the scriptures. I'm going to prove it to you. You find it in the book of Yihazqal. Yihazqal, sign name Ezekiel. That's where you find it. You ain't got to guess, hope, wonder. But if you don't know how to study and you got a crooked word, for a fact, if you got the wrong translation, you ain't picking this up. You done. Now I'm going to read to you several different passages from Yihazqal that I stopped. I'm not over there yet translating, but I translated the specific scriptures today, so that I could come to the family and go, hey, you ain't got to guess no more. So I literally stopped the regular translations. I'm getting ready to go right into, hey, I'm done with Lamentations. I'm done with that one. Icon. I'm done with that one. I'm getting ready to go into Isaiah next. YAHUAH. All right? But I stopped and came over to Yihazqal, Ezekiel, so I can prove this 13th month to you, and then I'm going to prove how important the new moon is to you. All right? Yihazqal, chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. Pay attention. In the 13th year, on the 5th day of the 4th new moon, I was by the Kabar River in Babylon. I was among the people that have been taken captive. So remember, they got taken captive into Babylon. Suddenly, the heavens opened up, and I saw visions coming from YAHUAH. It was the 5th day of the new moon. Why they keep talking? Why are they, the prophets, they keeping time based off the new moon, and you wouldn't be? Are you crazy? When he told you, Yahusha, when he came to the earth, YAHUAH came to the earth as Yahusha, and he said, listen to Masha and who else? And the prophets, for they wrote about me. They'll teach you everything you need to know. Everything. He says, Yihazqal says, it was the 5th day of the new moon. King Yahuakim. Yahuakim. Now this is nuts. Do y'all know what they did to this man's name? This is ridiculous. I'm going to show you another. This, matter of fact, I got to stop, show you a cover up over Yahuwah's name. I got to show you. This is ridiculous. Let's get Yahuakim's real name. It's hard to even say it. They jacked it up so much. Starts with a J, so you know it's jacked up. You know it's jacked up because it started with a J. They call it Jehoiakim. They changed that prophet's name from Yahuakim to Jehoiakim. You want to know why? Because them first 3 letters of that king's name, I should say, it's got Yahuwah's name in it. That first 3 letters, Yahuakim. Yahuakim. So King Yahuakim had been a prisoner for 5 years. Daniel said, put it in the chat. Oh, you want me to put it in the chat? Who want me to put his real spelling, the king's real spelling, in the chat before we go on? Get a little Hebrew lesson today. All right. We'll do that, Brother Daniel. Shout out to Overseer Daniel. Always on point. Always in the mix. Always back in the kingdom. All right, we'll put it in the chat. Look what they did. Hold on. Hey, some of this stuff got to make you upset. All right, I got it on both sides. And I'm going to put it on the screens for the people watching the replay. See that? Look at that name over to the right. Jehoiakim or Jehoiachin. But see, them Hebrew letters tell us a lie. You got a U, you got a Hey, you got a UAH. That's the first three letters of Yahuwah's name. Yud, Hey, UAH. Then you got a Yud again. Then you got a Kaf. Then you got a Yud. Then you got a Nun. Yahuakim. And guess what that means? Who knows what that name means? Huh? It means Yahuwah establishes. That's that king's real name is Yahuwah establishes. There you go, Sister Estelle. And you dealing with some real ones. You come up in here. Yahuwah establishes. That's what that name means. Yahuwah King. But he had been a prisoner for 5 years. All right, I'm gonna go back again. Verse 1, in the 13th year, on the 5th day of the 4th new moon, I was by the Kabar River in Babylon. I was among the people that had been taken captive. Suddenly the heavens opened up, and I saw visions coming from YAHUAH. It was the 5th day of the new moon. King Jehoiakim had been a prisoner for 5 years. All right, we're going to chapter 3, verse 15. If you don't know how to read the scriptures, you done. You got to go down to chapter 3, verse 15. I came to the other captives. They lived by the Kabar River at Tal Abib. You ever heard of Tel Aviv? It's really called Tal Abib. I sat there with them for 7 days and was shocked. So he said, he was with them, remember? He said, I was taken captive, and then I sat there with them. We go down to chapter 3, verse 15, and now we know he sits there with them for 7 days. Chapter 4, verse 1 through 11. Pay attention. Now, human being. This is YAHUAH talking. This is YAHUAH talking. Shout out. Daniel giving away memberships. He's still got $100 out there for y'all. Now, YAHUAH's talking. Now, human being. He looked down and said, now, human being. Get yourself a brick. Put that brick in front of you and draw a map of Jerusalem on it. Then prepare to attack the brick as if it were a real city. Build a dirt mound and a ramp up to the top. Surround the brick with enemies. On every side, put large wooden poles as if you were going to break down the city gate. Set up an iron pan like a wall between you and the brick. All this will be a warning for the people of Israel. Verse 4. After that, everybody listen. After that, lie down on your left side. Take the sins of Israel. He's talking to YAHUAH, the prophet. Now look at this dedication. Pay attention. YAHUAH says, after that, lie down on your left side. Take the sins of the people of Israel on yourself. He told the prophet, take the sins on yourself. Their guilt will be on you for the number of days that you lie on your left side. I have appointed the same number of days as the years the people have sinned. He goes, so for YAHUAH saying, for every year that these people have turned on me and sinned, you're going to lay on your side that number of days. All right? Those days, a day is a year here. All right? Therefore, there will be guilt on you for the number of days you lie on your left side. I have appointed the same number of days as the years the people sin. Therefore, you shall have the guilt of the people of Israel on you for 390 days. Fam, He had this ain't no joke. Yihazqal had to lay on his left side for 390 days to carry the sins, the 390 years that the people of Yisrael had sinned. He had to lay there for 390 days. Pay attention. You get ready to learn the 13th month. It's going to happen. Watch this. Pay attention. Verse 6. When you have finished the 390 days, you shall then lie on your right side. You shall have the sins of the people of YAHUAH. So Judah, he goes, you got to take those people's sins. This equals a day for each year of their sins. Then you shall turn your face toward the army that is attacking Jerusalem. You will, with your bare arm, don't put nothing on, you shall prophesy against Jerusalem. I shall put ropes on you so that you cannot turn from one side to the other. This will last until you finish the days of your attack on Jerusalem. All right? Take some wheat, barley, beans, lentils, millet, and spelt, and put them in one bowl. Mix them together, make bread for yourself. You will eat it for 390 days that you lie on your side. You shall eat 20 shekels worth, which is around 8 ounces per day. You shall eat it at set times. You shall drink a 6th part of a hin, which is around 2/3 or a quarter of a water every day. Now hold on. Man, I'm fired up. See, I'm breaking this down. That way ain't nobody guessing. Hold on. I don't want nobody, everybody freeze, don't move. You about to learn today. Where am I at? I got to check one thing because I translated this earlier. I'm just going to go, I got to do one review over my translation. Hold on. Yeah. All right, we're getting there. Hallelujah, Yahuwah. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you for teaching us. Hallelujah. I'm almost there. Hold on. Doing one check. One mic check. One mic check. One J check on translation. Y'all seeing this in live real time. I'm going to prove to you. Got it. There it is. Got it. Got it. I'm looking at some Hebrew words here. Hold on. Okay, you shall lie on your right side for 40 days. There it is. I missed 40 days right there. I'm looking at the Hebrew words. Got it. You shall lie on your right. Okay, verse 6. When you have finished the 390 days, you shall lie on your right side for 40 days. You shall have the sins of the people of YAHUAH for the 40 days, and this equals a day for each year of their sins. So they got 40 years of sinning. Yisrael got 390. People of YAHUAH got 40. You got that? So you take 390 plus 40, you got 430. Y'all with me? All right, now hold on. I'm still going. I'm still reading. Hallelujah, Yahuwah. Thank you. Let me catch that. I was reading that. I'm like, hold on. I know there's 40 days. I know there's 40 in there somewhere. And I caught it. Chapter 8. Chapter 8. In the 6th year, during the 6th new moon, on the 5th day of the new moon, I was sitting in my house with the elders of YAHUAH with me. There I felt the hand of the master Yahuwah fall upon me. So we know. So now we know that he already done finished that task. See, so the next time we hear about a date is in chapter 8. So we know he has finished that task. That task is done. Now we're going to pull it all together. Okay? We're going to pull it all together for you. Here we go. Put your seatbelts on. Put your seatbelts on. In Yihazqal, Ezekiel, we see that the prophet received visions. I wrote this up today. And I'm coming to teach you. This is coming in hot today. In Yihazqal, we see that the prophet received visions and instructions from YAHUAH across different time frames during the captivity of King YAHUAH. Yihazqal was commanded to lie on his left side for 390 days, and then on his right side for 40 days, totaling 430 days. The timelines that I gave you was Yihazqal, Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 1 and 2, chapter 3, verse 15, right? And then you got chapter 4, verse 1 through 11, right? And then you got chapter 8, verse 1. Now, go through the breakdown, Sister Steph. In the book of Yihazqal, we see that a timeline that only makes sense if a 13th month was in that year. Whoa! See? If you ain't paying attention to scripture, that's going to fly over your head. See, this timeline can only make sense if that year happened to be a 13th month year. Proving it. In Yihazqal 1, 1, and 2, Yihazqal, Ezekiel, received a vision on the 5th day of the 4th month of the 5th year of King YAHUAH's captivity. Yihazqal 3:15, after 7 days, including the 5th day, that brings us to the 11th day. Watch, right? 5th day, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9, 10, 11. 7 days. Got it? 7 days. All right? So that brings us to the 11th day of the 4th month. And then we go to Yihazqal 1 through 11. YAHUAH instructs Yihazqal to lay on his left side for 390 days. And then on his right side for 40 days, a total of 430 days. In Yihazqal 8:1, the next date given is the 5th day of the 6th month of the 6th year of King YAHUAH's captivity. So the problem that you have with the strictly solar calendar, which the whole world's trying to run after, which is like a continual 7 days thing going on. The problem you have is, so from the 11th day of the 4th month in the 5th year to the 5th day of the 6th month of the 6th year, that equals only 413 days. Y'all hear what I just said? People go, where you going with this? Put them together. From the 11th day of the 4th month of the 5th year to the 5th day of the 6th month of the 6th year, that equals 413 days on a solar-only calendar. But Yihazqal was instructed by YAHUAH to stay on his sides for 430 days to complete YAHUAH's commandments, his commands. A 12-month lunar calendar only accounts for 403 days. So like the Muslims, they use an only lunar calendar. In this case, it would only account for 403 days, which would leave them 27 days short of what YAHUAH told Yihazqal to do. They'd be 27 days short. If Yihazqal followed only a solar calendar or a 12-month calendar, he would have disobeyed Yahuwah's command. You know it ain't happening. But if a 13-month was added, which is a 29-day month, which 13 months are, was added, then Yihazqal had enough time to complete the 430-day mission perfectly. Yihazqal timeline, calendar calculation based on the dates given on the scriptures. And what we did on Promote the Truth site, on the calendar page, everything I'm saying to you, we put it on the page today. We put it on the page. So everything you hear me saying, you can go back and read very slowly. Lena, you got to put that link up. I'm going to put that link up for everybody. I'm going to put the link in here. Hold on, but I'm going to finish reading. So we put the timeline, we put the months, we put the days, and then after we did that, it proved that Yihazqal was there for 436 days. 436, not 403, not 413. He was there for 436 days. This proves that Yihazqal had enough time to fully obey Yahuwah's command, right on schedule with days to spare. He has 6 days to spare. He hasn't changed. The math doesn't lie. The scriptures confirm it. The math doesn't lie. The scriptures confirm what I'm telling you right now. You can't have the scriptures lie. Has to be a 13th month in that year, or else the scriptures are lying. So why does this matter? The scriptural calendar, the real scriptural calendar, like we follow, is based on the moon and the sun, not just one or the other. If a 13th month is not added in the right years, festivals like the Pesach and Sukkot, you jacked up. So the festivals, if a 13th month is not added at the appropriate time, festivals like the Pesach, Passover, and Sukkot, Feast of Tabernacles, would drift out of their proper seasons, just like what happens on the Muslim calendar, which ignores the 13th month 7 times every 19 years. Yihazqal's obedience proves that Yahuwah's calendar includes a 13th month when necessary. Fam, did your brother break that down for you? Now, this is replay. You can go back and watch the replay. You can go right back, slow it, pause, get the scriptures out, even your pagan version. Until I get this thing fully translated, you're going to be able to piece it together based on what I just said, because I gave you the right words for the right verses. So I translated, and you can go back and read with me. I gave you the right verses. He had to have 430 days to be obedient. He had to have it. Yahuwah said 390 on your left side, so turn on your right side, give me 40 more. That's 430 days. So he had to have that time to get this done. So we just broke it down to you from the book of Yihazqal, which I'll be translating soon. And we showed you why today is the first day of the 13th new moon. We are in one of them 13th new moon years. And when we do the next 4 Saturdays, happens to fall on the Gregorian Saturday. It don't mean that it's Saturday. It just happens to fall. These next 4 Saturdays will be Shabbats. And when that's over, when that 4th Shabbat's over, this will be a 29-day month. The next day will be Happy New Year for real. It's the real new year coming up. We got 29 days to run, and then the morning after that 29th day is going to be Happy New Year, first new moon of the new year. And then we know what's got to happen. 14 days later, we're going to have the Pesach, the Passover. So how you going to keep all this if you ain't got all this? You see? So I just broke that down for you. Now, woo. Now, come on, Sister Shannon. Sister Shannon said, she got tore up with that super. Shout out to my Sister Shannon. What did she say? Let's see what Sister Shannon said with that super. She said, Yahuwah speaks through his emissary, Brother Jay, so that we can serve him loyally. I am humbled to hear Yahuwah's truth. Yahuwah over everything. Hallelujah. See, some of y'all, I had to do this for y'all because y'all gonna have people looking at you weird. What do you mean 13 months? Number one, you look at them and tell them take 4 divided by 50, take 52 divided by 4, and then tell them how they got you in an okie doke. They got you working an extra month, and you don't even realize it. You giving up an extra month of work. They telling you you get paid annually. You working 13 months, I should say. You working 13 pagan calendar months every single year. We got 12, then we'll have 3. You see, I'm sorry, 12, then we have 13. I'm just telling y'all that we make it make sense. We make it make sense. So, but we've been doing this for so long. So you walk in here, you go, man, how do we know this is true? We put the receipts on Promote the Truth. I'm gonna put it in the chat and on the screen. If you go to this link, the real YAHUAH calendar. You go to that link right here. I just put it on there. And it's up on the screen. PromoteTheTruth.com/YAHUAH-calendar. Everything I just said to you is down at that page. We explain to you calendation, and then we break down how we get the year. And then we break down the 13th month from time to time. We ain't leaving you sitting there naked. We got you covered. And me and Lena did this one today. Me and Lena just sat there and we made sure, get the wording straight. I said, Lena, we need to put that up. So it ain't just like people kind of guessing and hoping and wishing. Let's make sure that we got great disciples in Yahuwah that can explain the reason for the faith they have. Because everybody's shouting it's the 13th new moon. And if you get some haters in the building, send them this link. Send them this link and go. And then all of y'all that came in here hating, you can't touch this. And if you deny it, put some money up. Don't sit there and talk. Send an email to info@promotethetruth.com. Say, I'd like to put some money on that. That I can prove there's not a 13th month. 13th moon, new moon. All right, let's go. Now, hold on. Then you got people saying that the new moon is the full moon, which is crazy. Because Yahuwah brought them out of Matzar, Egypt. He brought them out in the middle of the night. Do you think he's going to bring them out? If you do the full moon is the new moon, and now you're bringing them out into complete darkness. In a lot of darkness, I should say. A ton of darkness. Or will Yahuwah bring them out when there's a full moon and then everybody can see good? But hold on. I got 2 scriptures for you that you can't shake them. I got 2 scriptures, and we put these on the site. Right underneath where you see last day, new moon, on the site, we put proof that the new moon day comes after the complete dark covered moon. When that moon is completely covered in dark, the next morning, when a little sliver of light comes up, that's new moon day. Okay? So, in Mashalim, Proverbs 7:20, in all the different translations, they got it jacked up. All the different, it says something different in almost every translation. But you see, we got the Codex Leningrad and the Aleppo Codex and the Codex Curensis. And we got portions of the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Torah Shamarani. So we can go in there and look and see what it really says. So in Mashalim, Proverbs chapter 7, verse 20, this is what it says. He took a lot of money with him, or a lot of silver. We just put it in money. He took a lot of money with him. He will not be back home for weeks until the dark new moon day. It's right there in the scriptures. It says dark new moon day. They literally took that and just pulled it out of their tail and chose to say full moon. There's nothing. Put some money on that one for real. Put some money up. Put some money up on that one for real. Get some thousands up on that one. If you tell me that that says full moon in those Hebrew scriptures, you get ready to lose some money. You about to take some money and give it to great. No, you're going to lose it, and we're going to take it and give it to orphans and people that need it. Because you sitting over there won't read the scriptures. It says he will not be back home for weeks until the dark new moon day. Then they got Talim 81:3 all jacked up. And it's all different in all the different translations. Blow the Shupar at the new moon during its covering. During its covering. What does that mean? It's covered. Which is an appointed time and feast day. Muad. They say Moed. It's appointed time there. So now we know that the new moon is an appointed time. Like today is a feast day. I'm about to make me some delicious buffalo burgers today. Buffalo burgers on the grill. I'm telling you, I'm having a feast today because you can cook on New Moon Day. But y'all see what I'm saying? I gave you two scriptures that are undeniable that the new moon is the covered moon. And it says it right there. It says it's covered. It's right there in the Hebrew word. It's covered. And they chose to uncover it and say full moon. Let's uncover it. Like Lena says, in Spanish, it says oscura, which means dark. Even the Spanish translation got that one right. It says oscura. Oscura, which means dark. Now, has that helped anybody? So now we know that the new moon is when it's completely covered, and now the morning after the covering, we have our new month. You understand? Now, why is this so important? I'm just going, this is almost crazy what I'm about to do to y'all. Do you know in the scriptures, the new moon is mentioned over 450 times. The new moon is mentioned over 450 times. And do you know they took almost every one of them out of there? And instead of saying new moon, they say month. They covered new moon with the word month. They covered new moon with the word month. But I'm going to show you some stuff. I'm going to show you some stuff. 450 times, fam. Like Bereshit, Genesis 7, 11. Let me go grab it. I'm going to the true scriptures. These are already translated. And if you're on the digital collection, you can go in and read it now. So if you go to tsinfo.org and you get to at least the Opal package level, you get free access. It's over $200 value, way more than that, because of all the power study guys putting in. Shout out to Kadeem for that soup. That's right, Amber. She said, woe to those scribes. You're going to take the new moon out 450 times? All right. I'm going to go to Bereshit, chapter 7. Just listen to the language. Chapter 7, verse 11. Watch this. From in the 600th year of Nahah's life, Noah, in the second new moon, on the 17th day of the new moon. See, in all your translations, they put the word month in there most of the time. They put the word month. It says in the second new moon, on the 17th day of the new moon, on the same day, all the fountains of the great deep opened up and the windows of heaven were open. So when the flood started, you got to know the words new moon. Genesis 8:4. Bereshit 8:4. Wait a minute. Then on the 17th day of the 7th new moon, the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. See, now if you got the digital downloads, you can be reading this word for word. Just get to the Opal package, or you can go buy that one book for $19.95 and get access to it. Just go over to our website or go to truthscriptures.info, truthscriptures.info, and you just pay $19.95. Or you get yourself up and you get access to, there's 10 books up there right now. There's 10 fully translated books, and we're loading up all the power study guides. Watch this. Verse 5, Bereshit, Genesis 8:5. The waters decreased steadily until the 10th new moon. On the first day of the 10th new moon, the tops of the mountains were seen. Look, what Adam said, he just read it from what Hallelujah Scripture. It says month. That don't do it. I'm going to tell you why this is critical. I'm setting this up. I told you it's over 400. I'm not going to go 400 sometimes. I'm telling you right now. But I'm going to do several times to drive this in your being. I'm going to drive it way in your being. Right? Let's go to 8:13. So it came to be in the 601st year, during the first new moon, on the first day of the new moon, the waters dried up from all the land. Shout out to Brother Joe. Look, Travis said he got his access code. Man, y'all, hey, you go in there, you're going to be blown away because you're going to read it and understand it. Yeah. Let's go to 29:14. Bereshit, Genesis chapter 29, verse 14. Watch what happens here. Watch how you get dialed in. Watch how you get dialed in. Laban said to him, surely you are bone of my bone, you are my bone and my flesh. So Yaakov, stay with Laban for a new moon. That's in the scriptures, fam. It don't say month. It says he stayed with him for a new moon. How long is a new moon? It's going to be 29 or 30 days. So he stayed there for that whole new moon cycle. We know that month is going to be 29 or 30 days, but you can't call it in that text a month. You got to say a new moon because it could be 29 or 30 days. Because what did YAHUAH do? He did something with that dial. At that point, it was straight up on those 30 days until YAHUAH started stopping the sun and the moon from time to time. Hold on. Hold on. Now it's going to get interesting. Let's go to YAHUAH. That's Leviticus. Let's go to YAHUAH, chapter 27. Now you're going to get your brain lit. You about to get lit in your brain. Watch what happens. All right, hold on. Let me get over here. Hold on, I'm going to take forever doing that. Let me jump ahead. I'm in the true scriptures, fam. There I am. Let me get down. I'm going to YAHUAH 27, verse 6. I'm going to YAHUAH, that is Leviticus 27. I'm going to read verse 6. Now, look at this is the true scripture. I got this already translated. This is done. This is baked. Now watch this. Verse what? 6. Listen. The price for a male from a new moon to 5 years old is 5 shekels of silver. Y'all hear what I just said? It says, I don't know if y'all understand what's going on. The price, so they said a price for the male is from a new moon. What does that mean? From a month old to 5 years old. But it didn't say month. It said it's from a new moon old. How come we didn't learn like that? Because see, Yeshayahu, Isaiah 66:23 says we're going to worship Yahuwah from one new moon to the next new moon, from one Shabbat to the next Shabbat. They don't want you serving and worshiping and obeying Yahuwah. Today we're honoring Yahuwah. It's New Moon Day. None of us that's real Yahuwahs, we ain't working today. We're not doing no transactions. We're not buying or selling today. We're not buying or selling today. You wanna know why? It's an appointed time. So we're obeying Yahuwah's ordinances, his precepts. Think about how strong this is. Y'all think I'm playing with y'all. Y'all think I'm playing with you. Wait till I go open up Numbers. Bamidbar. Bamadabar. Hold on. Watch this fire. Watch this fire. See, this stuff gets me fired up. This stuff gets me fired up. If I go to Bamadabar, chapter 3, verse 22, Numbers 3:22, the registered ones, according to the number of all the males, from a new moon old and above. The registered ones were 7,500 from a new moon old and above. It said a new moon old. It said a new moon old. Why did they take that out and they put from a month old in your translation? What they do that for? 328. In number, all the males from a new moon old and above were 8,600 guarding the duty of the set-apart place. Why does it say from a new moon old and above? If new moon ain't important, why does it keep saying and engaging people's ages? So not just the calendar, it's gauging a person's age based on the new moon. 339. All the registered ones from the Luyim, the Levites, whom Masha and Aaron, Moses and Aaron, registered from the commands of Yahuwah by their clans, all the males from a new moon old and above were 22,000. Come on, Sister Anna Yahoo. Is this important? How many of y'all realizing by me saying what I'm saying that new moon is critical? Because it's gauging ages and time. People's ages and the calendar is based on the new moon. Wait a minute. Verse 40. So that's Numbers 3:39, Numbers 3:40. And Yahuwah said to Masha, now who said this? Stop. Yahuwah says this now. If Yahuwah is speaking and you change his word or his words, he said he's going to add the plagues. He's going to take your name out of the book of life. So when YAHUAH spoke about this in verse 40, Numbers, Bamidbar, 40, 30, I'm sorry, chapter 3, verse 40, Numbers 3:40. And YAHUAH said to Moshe, register all the firstborn males of the children of Israel from a new moon old and above, and take the number of their names. YAHUAH said, from a new moon and above, a new moon old and above. Who are you or me or anybody to change that word to month when YAHUAH said, I call them a new moon old and above? 43. And all the firstborn males by the number of their names, from one new moon old. This is one new moon. So now you know that's a month, but they don't say month. They said one new moon old and above. Of their registered ones were 22,273. You couldn't bring somebody in there less than a new moon. You understand how important this is? Hold on. Let's go to chapter 11. Let's go to Numbers, Bamidbar 11, 20. Hold on. I'm going to start at verse 19. Numbers 11, 19. Bamidbar, Bamidbar 11, Numbers 11, 19, and 20. I want y'all to listen carefully. 20 through 21. All right. 19, 20, and 21. You are going to eat not 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, nor 10 days, not just 20 days, but for a new moon of days. Who says this? YAHUAH. YAHUAH says this. I'm going to read it again. You are going to eat not for one. See, he's put, now we know the numbers. He's put numbers. This is important. He said, you are going to eat not for 1 day, not for 2, nor 5, nor 10, nor 20, but for a new moon of days, until it comes out of your nostrils and becomes an abomination to you, because you have rejected YAHUAH, who is among you, and you have cried to him, saying, why did we come out of Matzar, Egypt? And Moshe said, the people in whose midst I'm in are 600,000 men on foot. And you have said you're going to give them meat to eat for a new moon of days? Look how Moshe and YAHUAH are talking to each other. Now, if a new moon was 31, 40, 50 days, you would have seen something in there. You notice that he stopped after he got to 20 days. Look how he took it. Look at the sets, fam. YAHUAH says he went from 1, then he went 5, then he went 10, and then he jumped from 10, he added 10, 20, then he adds another approximately 10. It says for a new moon of days. Why didn't he say 35? Why didn't he say 43? Why didn't he say 38? Why did he stop at 20 and then jump to a new moon of days? See, this is good. Because you're going, man, I got to pay attention to the new moon, because YAHUAH calculates time and ages based on this stuff. And it's YAHUAH talking like this. And everybody says the new moon ain't important. Why is it in here over 450 times? And why, when YAHUAH is calculating people's ages and time, why does him and Moshe and the prophets all base it on new moons? Why? 26. Numbers 26. I'm not done drilling you on this. All of us need to get drilled on this one. And their registered ones were 23,000. Every male from a new moon old and above. For they were registered among the children of Israel because there was no inheritance given to them among the children of Israel. See, it's saying a new moon. Hold on. 28. This was going to be blazing. 28. Go to Numbers 28 and watch what happens. And their drink offering is half of a hin of wine for a bull, and 1/3 of a hin for a ram, and 1/4 of a hin for a lamb. This is the ascending offering for each new moon throughout the new moons of the year. Bam! Woo! Man, you're about to run out of here. Now YAHUAH put the new moons inside the year. You telling me the new moon don't have something to do with time? Everybody that says that, we rebuke your nonsense in the name of YAHUAH. Numbers chapter 28, verse 14. Bamadabar 28:14 says, this is the ascendant offering for each new moon throughout the new moons of the year. What y'all talking about? Numbers 28:14. What's it saying in your crazy version? This is like, I can't play around and not put some respect on the new moon. I'll be nuts. One last time. Numbers 28:14, the end of it says, this is the ascending offering for each new moon throughout the new moons of the year. The new moons end up making up the year. This guy hit y'all in your chest. This guy to hit you in the chest because hardly any one of us put any respect and any credence and any power on the new moon almost all of our life. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. And to YAHUAH, it's critical. And to the man after his own heart, Dawid, he always celebrated new moon. And he knew it was a feast. Huh? Adam said his just says months every time. See? No. Because they don't want to follow the new moon for the calendar. And if you don't follow the new moon for the calendar, you calling YAHUAH a lie. Where we at? This is crazy. Numbers, Bamadabar 29. Numbers 29, verse 6. Besides the ascending offering, with this grain offering for the new moon. The continual ascending offering with this grain offering and their drink offerings, according to their right ruling as a sweet fragrance, an offering made by fire to YAHUAH. See? That tells you that this is an appointed time. Whoa. Watch this. I'm almost done blazing you. I can do this 400 plus times. I can do this 400 plus times. The Barim, Deuteronomy 16. Watch this. Guard the new moon of Abib. Guard the new moon. What does that mean? Guard the new moon of Abib. What is that? The first one of the year. He said, guard it. Yahuwah tells us this next new moon coming up, he tells us to guard it. He says, guard the new moon of Abib. Abib means the new year. And perform the Pasaha to Yahuwah, your Eluah. For in the new moon of Abib, Yahuwah, your Eluah. You see, in the new month, that's when Yahuwah brought them out of Matzah. He brought them out. When? He says on the 14th day, due to Pasaha, the new moon. He brought them out on the going into the 15th day in the middle of the night. So he tells us, you better guard this so you never forget what I did in Egypt, Matzah. Don't you ever forget it. Don't you ever forget it. Now, if you ain't keeping some of y'all, many of y'all, it should be all of y'all get to do all 7 festivals and be obedient and watch your favor, your Baruch, signing blessings. Watch how your favor starts to change. Watch you start praying and getting answers every time. Just be obedient. Start it right now. Just be obedient to Yahuwah. Say, Yahuwah, this new moon stuff is critical. I can't tell time. I don't know nothing about no time, no ages, no nothing without the new moon. I can't keep your schedule, your appointed times. I can't keep the Shabbat. I can't keep the Pasaha. I can't keep Matzah, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I can't keep the Feast of First Fruits. Bakarim, I can't keep none of this unless I know when is the new moon. And hallelujah, Yahuwah, you sent us promote the truth. And we can go over to the website and at the bottom of the site, we got a calendar there with the phases of the moon. And on the days, we put the Gregorian calendar days. So you cannot mess this up. And we got probably the only calendar I've seen that we keep the whole world on the same time frame. Everybody is keeping the Pasaha on the same day. If it happens to hit on a Tuesday here in Colombia, it will, whenever it was Tuesday in New Zealand, they are going to observe it. So everybody is always, but all the other calendars, some people's worshiping things on this day, on a Tuesday, some people on a Wednesday, some people on a Saturday. I mean, it's all over the place. Yahuwah gave us the discernment to know how to watch that moon and how to we know where it comes up the first and how to keep the whole world. I don't know why nobody thought of it. I don't know how anybody didn't think of it. We come along, we go, well, that's obvious. And then we start teaching it, and look, people digging it. People digging it. 237,000. How many subscribers now? When we started our campaign, it was 13,000 subscribers. 237,027. We're almost at 250,000 subscribers since we started teaching people the right way. And getting live. My wife said, go live. So I went live. Here y'all come. We're tearing it up for the name of Yahuwah. We're getting the word spread. You ain't by yourself. Hey, I was standing out there on the island for a long time. Just me and a few people. I found Yahuwah in 2007. Hardly anybody. People thought I was nuts, thought I was crazy about it. Oh, man. You couldn't find Yahuwah's name in Google, couldn't find it on YouTube, none of that. You're not going to see no videos that I know of before 2007. Fam, this is Richter scale. We can do this, fam. I love the fact that we can do it. He says, guard the new moon of Abib. So you get a chance to come on with us. So next Saturday is going to be the Sabbath. And it's during the day. It ain't during the night. It's during the Sabbath day. So you keep it all that day. And then that evening, if you want to go out with the family, get something to eat. A lot of times when the Shabbat's over, me and my family, we sit down, watch some popcorn, watch a movie, or we go out to have a nice dinner that evening. And it's family stuff. But there's sometimes I got work to do when that sun sets. Just like when they had all those herds, when they had all those sheep and all those flocks. They had kept it through that day. And I'm telling you, when that sun completely set, they was out there with them lanterns checking on stuff. Yeah. Hold on. I'm almost done with y'all with this. I'll give you one more. I'm going to give you one more. I'm going to give you one more. In 1 Malachi, that's 1 Kings. 1 Malachi, chapter 5, verse 14. And he sent them to Lebanon. They call it Lebanon. 10,000 per new moon. They were one new moon in Lebanon, 2 new moons at home. They rocking the new moon in that verse. He sent 10,000 of them at a time per new moon. And they were one new moon. They stayed in Lebanon, 1 new moon. And they stayed 2 new moons at home. See how they talk? See how they talk? And nobody in the world, hardly anybody in the world wants to pay homage and respect to the new moon. That's why we set apart. That's why we set apart. Because we got this right. We got this right. All of you, I'm so proud of you for being here today on New Moon Day and us celebrating this together and us getting this together. But like I said, I could do this 400 more times what I just did. Does this help all of you to understand the power of New Moon Day and the right calendar and how to tell time? Shout out to Sister Brenda. She said, this is why the circus, which is the church, says the Tanakh is done away with because it reveals the true calendar of YAHUAH. Look what Sister Brenda said. YAHUAH gave her that. She said, this is why the circus, which is the church, says that the Tanakh Old Testament is done away with because it reveals the true calendar of YAHUAH. Those who love YAHUAH guard and keep his commandments. We love YAHUAH. Shout out. You see that? You see? This is true. If you don't got the Tanakh, you ain't nowhere in the world you're going to know how to tell time. We're doing the most important project in the history of the world. I'll wrap up with this. We're doing the most important project in the history of time. Since, I got to put the since, YAHUAH came to the earth. That's the only other greatest event as far as this world's salvation is concerned. The restoration of his true word. Without his true word, you are condemned. You already got 1 foot in the lake of fire. You just don't feel the heat yet because you got some type of fire protection boot on called what? Time. That you're still breathing. But you stop breathing, when you wake up, you're going to get thrown and that boot's coming off. And all that armor's coming off and you going in that lake. And I would go in that lake if I ignore the truth. So I want everybody to take this dead serious. Take the project. Go to tsinfo.org. Support the movement if you feel that vow. Now you see the vow YAHUAH, how important it is. It keeps everything straight. It keeps everything on point. You understand? No. Sister Anna says, should we go into restaurants full of images and idols? No. If you see them all loaded, stay out of there. Don't go in there. Nope. Hey, go to tsinfo.org. Get over there. Say, hey, because look, 31st, today, hey, we got about a new moon. We got about a new moon left in this campaign as scheduled now. I'll know more in 2 weeks. I'll know exactly where we're at in 2 weeks. As of right now, you know you got the 31st. You got to be thinking, Let me get up into the highest package level for YAHUAH that I can. Let me get my support up as high as I can for YAHUAH. Let me get this word out here to this world. Let's get in here. Let me push with these brothers and sisters. There's too much fire around here. Not for somebody to get caught on fire with us. So look, I've had a great time. I'm going to play Brother Joe's song again. I'm going to let it rock. YAHUAH over everything. New song about to drop. Go to PTT Music, over 150 platforms. Just type in PTT Music, and you'll see we're approaching what? Not like 90 songs? Get ready to hit 100 soon. My goal is in the next 2 weeks have it at 100. So man, get over there, stream your favorite songs. Let your kids get your playlist built up. Put that thing on, what do you call it, where it mixes it up, man, and just watch YAHUAH move in your life. And know when you are on that. Go blow your Shupar today. Everybody got Shupars this new moon day. When I'm done here, I'm going outside. Right when I'm done, I'm going to go blow the Shupar. Good reminder, Sister Shirley. Everybody go blow the Shupar. If you ain't got one, go get one. ASAP. So look, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop this song. Shout out to Brother Joe. He said we got to put YAHUAH over everything. I'm going to let this take us out of here. All right? So this song, I might run it back 2 times. I'm not coming back. You're going to see me disappear from the screen. I love y'all with all I got. Go to tsinfo.org. Support the cause. Shout out to everybody. Happy New Moon Day. Hopefully this took you to another level in your walk. And remember, YAHUAH over everything.
It's always been the truth. We just gotta open our eyes. It's time to wake up. Yeah, hey, YAHUAH over everything. Hey, YAHUAH over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Let's go. YAHUAH over everything. Hey, YAHUAH over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Okay, I'm standing on business. You know I'm being authentic. Time to speak the truth, even if many don't get it. Heard too many lies, for too long I listened. Deep down to the core, always felt something was missing. It was eating me up, I can no longer pretend. I'm sick of playing this game, it had to come to an end. Finally I heard a voice, I started making a change. I started yelling the name, and I was never the same. YAHUAH, an incredible feeling. Everything's so clear, no more distractions, and it's no more fear. I'm breaking out of the confines, yeah, I just had to elevate my mind. Everything's looking better and I shine, no denying that I know it's my time. Yeah, YAHUAH laid the path, I just had to follow suit. Wanna know if I'm speaking the real, I got the proof. Yes, I'm certain, yes, I'm confident, I'm absolute. Ain't no telling all the plans that he has for you. YAHUAH over everything. Hey, YAHUAH over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Let's go. YAHUAH over everything. Hey, YAHUAH over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Yeah. Nothing higher, nothing greater. Time for you to do it major. I just wanna elevate you, wanna see what you were made of. This world is very broken. YAHUAH brings protection. Don't fall for anything less. Don't you fall for that deception. The world will try to play you, but you cannot accept it. You yelling out YAHUAH, so unapologetic. There's nothing more important. I'm telling you the real. The connection is intense. Yeah, something that you feel. YAHUAH over lies. YAHUAH over diversions. YAHUAH brings the answers. I'm talking about a purpose. YAHUAH in the mind and keep them in the heart. Don't sit up on the sideline. It's time for you to start. Hey, we gon' win. Yeah, it's always been the truth. We just gotta open our eyes. It's time to wake up. Yeah, hey, YAHUAH over everything. Hey, YAHUAH over everything. So you better know it now. Loyalty, get it. Heard too many lies, for too long I listened. Deep down to the core, always felt something was missing. It was eating me up, I can no longer pretend. I'm sick of playing this game, it had to come to an end. Finally I heard a voice, I started making a change. I started yelling the name, and I was never the same. Yahuwah, an incredible feeling, everything's so clear. No more distractions, and it's no more fear. I'm breaking out of the confines, yeah, I just had to elevate my mind. Everything's looking better and I shine, no denying that I know it's my time. Yeah, Yahuwah laid the path, I just had to follow suit. Wanna know if I'm speaking the real, I got the proof. Yes, I'm certain, yes, I'm confident, I'm absolute. Ain't no telling all the plans that he has for you. Yahuwah over everything, ayy. Yahuwah over everything, so you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Let's go. Yahuwah over everything, ayy. Yahuwah over everything, so you better know it now. Loyalty, it won't stop. I proclaim my allegiance to the Most High. Nothing higher, nothing greater. Time for you to do it major. I just wanna elevate you, wanna see what you were made of. This world is very broken. Yahuwah brings protection. Don't fall for anything less. Don't you fall for that deception. The world will try to play you, but you cannot accept it. You yelling out Yahuwah, so unapologetic. There's nothing more important. I'm telling you the real. The connection is intense. Yeah, something that you feel. Yahuwah over lies. Yahuwah over diversions. Yahuwah brings the answers. I'm talking about a purpose. Yahuwah in the mind and keep them in the heart. Don't sit up on the sideline. It's time for you to start.